This is not just another new moon. And it is not just another eclipse. What is happening in the sky right now is a turning point, a break in the usual flow, a moment when something is covered so that it can be revealed. When the sun is covered during an eclipse, the light does not truly disappear. It is only hidden for a while. And that is the exact symbol of the time we are living in. A new moon in Aquarius that coincides with a solar eclipse is not only about personal emotions. It speaks about systems. It speaks about structures. It speaks about truths that are emerging. We live in an era where hidden information is being revealed. Political balances are shifting. Economic systems are showing cracks. And this is not random. With Pluto entering Aquarius, we have stepped into a historical cycle of collective transformation. And now this eclipse activates that process. The planet that rules Aquarius, Uranus, is the energy of sudden awakening. It is the lightning that illuminates the sky and forces you to see what you were not ready to see before. Within this configuration, there is also an ancient and powerful symbolism linked to the star Algol, a star associated with the fall of heads, the loss of power, the revelation of what was hidden. I am not speaking about fatalism. I am speaking about cycles. Every eclipse is a portal, but some eclipses mark the beginning of a domino effect that unfolds for years. In this video I will explain why this new moon represents a point of no return, which structures within us and around us are beginning to crack, what potential truly means in astrology, and above all, what you are being asked to release in order to enter the new cycle. Because an eclipse does not only take away, an eclipse reveals. And the real question is not, what will happen in the world? The real question is, are you ready to see? There is a precise moment in every cycle when the sky does not add light. It removes it. The moon disappears. The sun is obscured. And for a symbolic instant, the world stands still. A new moon in Aquarius that coincides with a solar eclipse is not simply an astronomical event. It is a threshold, a door that closes, and at the same time opens. The new moon always represents a seed. It is the 0 point of the lunar cycle, the moment when something is born in the dark, before it even has a form. But when this happens together with a solar eclipse, the seed is not ordinary. It is a karmic seed, a seed that belongs to cycles, much longer than a single lunar month. An eclipse speaks of interruption, of something that can no longer continue in the same way. It is as if the sky were saying, "Stop. Look again. There is a truth you can no longer ignore." And all of this happens in Aquarius. Aquarius is not an emotional sign in the traditional sense. It does not act on impulse. It is not driven by nostalgia. Aquarius observes from above. It sees the patterns. It sees the repetitions in history, in relationships, in social systems. It is the sign of collective intelligence, of invisible networks, of connections that unite people, ideas, and movements. When a new moon and an eclipse meet in this sign, the message is clear. This is not only personal change, it is systemic change, a restructuring of what we believed was stable. An eclipse is a reset. Not always sudden in how it appears, but definitive in its effect, like an invisible line drawn in time. Before and after. What makes this eclipse interesting is that it is not heavily blocked by planets that usually slow or restrict. This does not mean everything will be easy. It means the change is possible. It is not blind destruction. It is a transformation that can be integrated. The symbolic degree in which it occurs speaks of metamorphosis, not a superficial change, but the kind that alters identity, like a chrysalis that can no longer remain closed, like a being that cannot return to its previous form. It is no longer time to adapt to what does not resonate with your truth. Every eclipse carries a theme of revelation, but in Aquarius, this revelation is not only about the heart. It is about systems. We are living in a historical period where hidden information is rising to the surface. Political secrets, economic dynamics, media manipulation, mechanisms of power. It is as if the collective is beginning to see what was once covered by a single dominant narrative. The dominant energy of this sky is linked to sudden change, to the breaking of established patterns. Structures that once seemed untouchable may begin to show cracks. Authorities that appeared solid may begin to waver. Figures of power may lose consensus or legitimacy. The symbolic presence of a star, associated with the theme of decapitation, speaks precisely of this. The fall of the head, not in a literal sense, but in a symbolic one. Power loses its position. Control is no longer absolute. What stood above is brought back to human scale. And when a structure collapses, two reactions are possible: fear or liberation. Pluto in Aquarius intensifies this process. It is a generational transit, not a personal one. It speaks of collective revolutions, of deep transformations within social consciousness. It is the energy that digs beneath the surface and brings to light what had been repressed. Saturn, on the other hand, does not destroy. It structures. It slows down. It forces us to confront concrete reality. It is the energy that says, if you want change, build solid foundations. And Jupiter acts as a bridge. It amplifies information. It expands awareness. It allows truths to circulate more rapidly. This combination creates a very specific climate. It is not only chaos, it is restructuring. We may witness political transformations, economic tensions, social movements demanding greater fairness. We may see new leadership emerging, new forms of organization, new communities. But all of this is a mirror of something happening within us as well, because every collective system is the sum of individual consciousness. The central theme of this eclipse is potential, but potential does not manifest automatically. It is not a guaranteed promise. It is a possibility, and to access it, something must be released. Imagine your hands are full of useless objects, old beliefs, relationships that no longer nourish you, roles that no longer represent who you are, identities built to please, or simply to survive. As long as your hands are occupied, you cannot receive anything new. An eclipse works like a mechanism of forced release. What is no longer aligned may erupt. A relationship may suddenly shift. A job may lose stability. A friendship may reveal its fragility. Change does not always arrive gently. Sometimes it comes as a shock. But the shock exists to interrupt inertia. In Aquarius, the theme of friendships and social networks is central. Who are the people with whom you share a vision? Who supports your evolution? And who keeps you tied to an outdated version of yourself? This eclipse may bring fated encounters, people who arrive suddenly and open new perspectives, or it may close connections that have completed their purpose. There is also a karmic dimension. Some situations repeat themselves again and again in our lives. The same conflicts, the same type of partners, the same professional blocks. Aquarian energy helps you see the pattern, to recognize the hidden design. And once you see the pattern, you can no longer pretend you do not know. Potential activates the moment you consciously choose a different direction. This is not about changing everything overnight. It is about stopping the delay, stopping the postponement of the decision you already know you need to make. Metamorphosis is not comfortable. The butterfly cannot return to the chrysalis. Once consciousness expands, it cannot contract again. The fundamental question of this eclipse is, who are you becoming? Not who you were, not who others expect you to be. Who is emerging now, beneath the surface? Every eclipse is like the first tile in a line of dominoes. We do not see all the effects immediately. Some unfold in the months that follow. Others belong to much longer cycles. But something has been activated. This new moon in Aquarius is not only about external events. It speaks of awakening, of a deep restructuring in the way we think, communicate, and organize ourselves as a society. We may witness revelations linked to distant territories, hidden economic dynamics, shifting geopolitical balances. But the point is not to predict the exact scenario. The point is to understand the quality of the time we are living in. It is a time of transition, a time in which the old has not fully dissolved, yet the new is already searching for space. In historical moments like this, it is easy to feel disoriented. Information multiplies. Narratives contradict each other. Collective emotions intensify. That is why critical thinking is essential. Trust your inner perception. Yes, but without falling into extremes. Aquarius is a mental sign. It invites observation, analysis, connecting the dots. Not everything that emerges is automatically true, but the very fact that it emerges is a sign that something is shifting. On a personal level, this is a moment to ask a simple and powerful question. What is my role in the new cycle that is beginning? There is no need for an immediate answer. Sometimes it is enough to be available to change. An eclipse is an invitation to align with your most authentic potential, not the one shaped by social expectations, not the one built out of fear, but the one that vibrates as an inner truth. Every collective transformation begins with an individual choice. Perhaps the world is changing faster than we are used to. Perhaps many structures are revealing their fragility. But in every collapse, there is space for a more conscious reconstruction. This eclipse is not the absolute end of something. It is the end of a phase, a passage, a moment when the sky removes the light, so that we are forced to search for it within. And when the light returns, we are no longer the same. If there is one central message, it is this: potential exists, but it asks for courage. It asks for truth. It asks for the willingness to let go. The domino has begun to move. The question is, will you remain still, or will you step into the movement? And if these reflections resonate with you, I would truly like to know where in the world you are listening from.